So welcome back guys to Pokemon Ruby Destiny, Life of Guardians, and in the last episode I did a little bit of level run, just a bit like 2 levels or something like this, just because I want to be a little more comfortable with the next battle, because it's, well, not the very next battle, but the battle in the near future that can be pretty troublesome at the levels I were, at level 26 or something like that. So, and by the way, I also learned a new move for Frazzle here, Hypnosis. Not that Hypnosis is very great, because 60% accuracy is not very reliable, especially because most of the gym leaders or other boss trainers do have full heals, so Hypnosis will not work too great, but at least I might use it at some point. So I have Cupid in the lead, because Cupid is gonna be the best bet I have against the next trainer. Well, at least the next special trainer. Let's finish off this witch, or I think the trainer class is called a witch. Oh, it's not a witch, it's a psychic. But in the original Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, I think these trainers were called witches. And he has an Espion, which is interesting, at least, I must say. And usually Espion has pretty bad defense, but the problem with Cupid at this point of the game is that Cupid starts to become a little too weak as far as offense is concerned. It didn't matter that much early in the game, but now that the things start getting more defense, Cupid can't really keep up with that. But well, maybe I can get Bulk Up or something with Cupid. That would be really great. So now let's take care of this guy here. Let's see, maybe it's a Pokemaniac. Yeah, it is. A Pokemaniac Evan, and he has his Sneasel, which is great because I can hit it with double kick for 4 times effective damage. And 1 hit KO it. That's easy experience for Cupid here. Okay, well, what does he have next? Pokemaniacs usually have really rare Pokemon. Oh, Lucario. Lucario actually is really troublesome for my team because, well, everything on my team is weak to fighting. Not up to this point, and if Lucario uses a fighting move, I get pretty much obliterated. Well, Metal Sound really doesn't hurt me because, well, fighting moves are physical in this game. And okay, this didn't quite take Lucario out, so I hope he doesn't have super potions or something like that. Oh well, he does, but at least it doesn't hit him to full, so it doesn't really make a big difference. I could still 2-hit KO him with double kick from here. And if he has another one, well, I have enough double kicks to outlast his health gain. Unless he has a 3rd super potion and he uses it now, he might survive 2 double kicks. But okay, he doesn't, so doesn't really matter. And we are at almost full HP, which is what we need. So now let's get on. I think this is the last battle before the next big event. Oh, now we are Cupid tries to learn Bounce, and I'll show you real quick. Bounce is a flying type move. It's pretty strong. Doesn't have really good accuracy, but it can paralyze. And the thing with Bounce is that it's like Fly, because it takes 1 turn to jump up in the air, and then another turn to attack. So, it's not the greatest move in the world, but it's decent, I guess. I can use it to hit like fighting types, which is probably the main reason I want it here. And Cotton Spore really isn't that useful anymore now that Cupid pretty much outspeeds every Pokemon in the game, except for very few exceptions. So I don't think I'm gonna need Cotton Spore anymore. So let's see. Here is Claire. Gabrieleon, is something wrong? Oh, Sai. Hello there. Those grunts you battled in Vexter Forest. I saw them running towards Boulder City. I wonder why they ran to that city. Anyways, I don't think they can cause trouble there. Also, Sai, wanna battle? Yeah, sure, I wanna battle you. I want to test my skill against your Gabrieleon. If that's a spoiler, Claire obviously will have Gabrieleon. So, here's some tricks that I would use against Claire. Okay, this didn't quite work the way I intended to. I would save Headbutt PP, and I'll explain why when we get to the point. So, And what would be a good idea if you can do it is to have your user super potions on the weak Pokemon, like the Splitzel or the Psyduck before, so that she can't use it on Gabrieleon. I think she has 2 or 3 super potions, so she now is going to heal up her Blitzel to full when I should have used another headbutt instead. Well, maybe I can force one out of her in the next Pokemon. Because if you can get her to use them right now, then Gabrieleon will be a lot easier to defeat. So, Snorunt, maybe Double Kick will not KO us, you will waste more potions. Well, that looks good. I don't really care taking damage from these things because they don't really hurt me. Gabrieleon is really the only thing that is threatening to my team. And by threatening I mean is really threatening because it has... Cubit is pretty much the only thing that can reasonably take it out. That's why I did a little bit of level grinding. Because, well, if I'm a little too low, then Cubit can't deal enough damage to Gabrieleon. So, here it comes. Let's see if I can do it this time. So let's start off by tail whipping this Gabrieleon, because it's usually a good strategy when you face a Pokemon that has high defense, lowering its defense, or increasing your attack for that matter. And you just saw Iron Tail, that's a move that Gabrieleon didn't have before. And that Iron Tail pretty much means that even though I could hit it for super effective damage with Frozzle, Frozzle is going to get hit really badly by this Iron Tail. That's why I don't want to switch it in, because it could get... I don't think it's 1-hit KO, but it's definitely a 2-hit KO on Frozzle. So I think 4 tail whips should be enough. The problem with Gabrieleon is that it also has Double Team. Yeah, it hasn't used it so far, but I'm getting extraordinarily lucky with the flinches. But if it starts using Double Team, you want to make sure that every hit counts. Another thing you could try, getting critical hits, that's one thing. But you could also try using Bounce, but the problem is that it's not... I don't think it's worth it, because Bounce doesn't work always, so... Okay, Exclamator. Sai, you're too strong. Yeah, I am, I know. And you only have 104 Pokédollars. Sai, you and your Pokemon are really strong. Your collecting symbols aren't heavy, right? Well, with your strength, I can see you having all 8 with ease. Oh my, I sound like an elemental master. Anyways, I better go back to see my brother. He must be worried about me. Well, I'll be going now, Sai. Come on, Gab. Oh, you already have a nickname for it. What a nice picture. I really want this Pokemon in Gen 6. Probably not, but... Like I was saying with Bounces, Bounces has a 30% paralysis chance, but it doesn't always hit, and the chance is not that great, and even if I manage to get it, I think Claire would just use a full heal on Gabrieleon, so all my efforts would be completely in vain. Okay, this guy's probably not the best guy to fight the Frostwall because it's a black belt. So I'm going to go with Springer Fee, I think this is safer. So I tried the battle actually at level 26 and I just found out that I couldn't reliably beat Claire. Well, I sort of could handle her if I got a little lucky, but if I get unlucky, like she starts using Double Team from the very beginning and I keep missing all over, she completely owns me. That's why I did this level grinding. It didn't take really long. I just go into Extra Forest and do some level grinding here. Okay, why does a black belt have a Glalie? That doesn't really make sense to me, but well, I guess we can go with it. He wants to counter flying types, probably, because... or maybe even psychic types, because Glalie has access to Crunch and Bite, so it can counter both weaknesses of fighting type. Yeah, but... well, usually in Pokemon games, black belts or only have fighting types, or something that remotely resembles a fighting type. Oh, this is a trainer, I didn't actually expect that, but apparently I was wrong, so here we get the battle against the Gentleman. Gentleman Benjamin, and he has Handpour. Okay, that's easy. razor leaf fodder for Sprinify. It's being a water type and stuff. Why didn't you evolve it? Probably didn't find a water stone. That's how the monkeys evolve. You have to give them the elemental stones of their respective elements. So, there was a swamp in Extra Forest. Yeah, he's referring to the swamp that was there back in Ruby Destiny Life Rescue Rangers. Yeah, I sure want to see them. Yeah, more references to Rescue Rangers. Because yeah, we're now in the part of the region that is pretty close to the reason that we saw in Pokemon Ruby Destiny Rescue Rangers. Okay, and they are talking all about the 3 Pokemon from the game, like Pikachu, Torchic, and Chikorita. Maybe this is like the place where we met Aerith, because this was the only humans aside from the bad organization that were in this game. It was actually a parallel universe, so you can't really use that argument that there were no humans there, because, well, this was intended to be the way. Because, well, parallel universe and stuff. Pokemon live in their world, humans live in their world. And, yeah, usually don't appear in one of each other. Well, Pokemon are here, but we don't understand them, and humans apparently are not in the other universe. Well, it looks like Pokemon can understand humans, at least. Okay. Yeah, I am a trainer, so... This is actually not an official town, but it sort of looks like it. Gardenfield is... yeah, it's a semi-town, or whatever I should call it. Okay, we get an item, which is the Silk Scarf, that increases the power of normal-type moves. I would give it to Cubit, and if Cubit didn't have Pickup... But, well, I'd rather like pick up more items than just getting a little more power. Well, for boss battles I might use it. Okay, this guy's talking about the Trick House, which is... I don't think it's in the game. It was in Reign of Legends and in the original Pokemon Ruby. So let's check it out. He sells a lot of balls. Net balls, nest balls, and repeat balls. Out of all these, the net ball is probably the only one that is useful. Nest ball and repeat balls are pretty redundant, and everything else you pretty much can buy everywhere. At least to this point. So now let's leave this little town and battle this Pokekid who has like this weird sound. The encounter themes in this game are a little messed up. And is Dale a name for a girl? Because I usually think the Pokekids are female, but maybe that's just my biased opinion. I do not know that Dale is a name for boys, but well, I'm not American. I don't know what Americans give what names Americans give to their daughters. I guess I have never heard Dale before, but maybe I'm wrong. Don't judge me on that. And being a Pokekid, this trainer here obviously has a bunch of Pikachus, or something somewhat related to Pikachu, like Pichu. And this Pikachu apparently knows Steak, which, well... Sprinify actually resists Steak, so it doesn't really matter that much. Well, the Razor Leaf missed, so I just waste 2 more turns. And I'm not going to use Headbutt, even though it would probably KO the Pikachu in 1 hit, because I don't want to get paralyzed. Because Pikachu's ability Static can sometimes paralyze you when you attack with a contact move. And Razor Leaf is no contact move, so I can completely avoid that. But okay, Headbutt is not gonna take it out from there even if I try, so I might as well go for Razor Leaf again. And get a critical hit, that kinda makes up for the miss earlier. So let's see, probably has another Pikachu. Pikachu level 26, so I'm gonna risk it. I think Headbutt is a 1 KO. And I hope I don't get paralyzed, but screw it. I'm just gonna go back to the old lady to heal my Pokemon again. So I think it was the house here. at the top. Yeah, there we are. It's pretty nice to give us a healing place here right after the fight with Gabrieleon, because well, it's a pretty difficult fight. But much more difficult than the first one, at least. And here we have a fisherman who we can also fight. The fishermen, you're never really sure if you actually can fight them. You could just avoid them if you just didn't talk to them. And yeah, here's a Gyarados here, which is pretty scary. Gyarados is a rather strong Pokemon. Maybe I should have used Sleep Powder just to be safe. I'm definitely going to use Sleep Powder next, because Thrash is pretty powerful. But Sleep Powder can stop Thrash pretty good. Gyarados at this level, it doesn't really have good attacks. Thrash is the best attack it has got, but it has like really high stats. I think its base stat total is in the high 500s, which is pretty good for a non-legendary. And looks like I'm getting the Chikorita syndrome today. Already 4 misses with Razor Leaf, just like Chikorita did in the last game, in like the earliest episodes. But after that, I barely ever missed again, so... Oh no, this is bad. Dragon Rage is really annoying. Because it always deals 40 damage, no matter how high your defense or the attack of the other Pokemon is. So if you are over-leveled or just have high defense, so that the attacks usually won't do 40 damage, then Dragon Rage is pretty much a really powerful attack. It's even one of the only attacks that's banned from Little Cup, well, for pretty obvious reasons actually, because nothing in Little Cup has 40 HP, so you could just one-hit KO everything with Dragon Rage, which wouldn't be fun at all. And then it would pretty much go down like someone using like Agility, Dragon Rage, Dratini, and once you get set up, you can't be stopped. Alright, let's get back to Ruby Destiny, Rescue Rangers, Life of Guardians. I'm not talking about Little Cup. I don't even know that much about Little Cup, I've never actually played it, really. Okay, we've got a Jolteon, which is not really threatening. I'm a Grass type, and Grass types usually wall Jolteon pretty well. Especially the non-competitive Jolteons who don't even have HP Ice. Spinify would actually be a really good counter to a Jolteon in a real Pokemon game. It also resists like Shadow Ball. Well, it's weak to Signal Beam, but pretty much it's better than Celebi at least. Some I'm digressing into life again, but some Jolteons use Signal Beam to get past Celebi, which is one of the main counters. Okay, Vaporeon is also pretty easy, being a Grass type, and this fortunately didn't have Flareon. My team is also not very well equipped to either fighting everyone or fight. I mean, Fire types as well, but Fire types is also pretty annoying for this team. I don't really have anything that resists fire, and 2 of my Pokemon are weak to it. Okay, and this is another interesting Pokemon. I hope I can run into something new. I think there might be something like Minkak on this route. So let's battle this lady and get the trainer. No, it's not a lady, it's a beauty probably. Or a fighter girl. They're called black belts here too. Usually those female martial artists are called fighters and not black belts. Because she's clearly not doing judo or karate. Okay, I have actually no idea what she's doing, what kind of martial art, because I'm not really into that sort of stuff. I've never done it myself. And I know that this Meditite is going to annoy me a lot. And it first gets Confusion X, and now it starts using Detect. At least I hit myself when she used Detect. So I would have wasted my move anyways. Okay, that kind of worked out okay. I hope this Powder Snow is going to take on Meditite here. So let's see what she has. Lucario. I don't want to see this. Actually, in this situation I might actually use Hypnosis and then switch out to Gubit to try to take Lucario out, because I don't want to stay in with Russell. Yeah, okay, I could use Aqua Water Pulse, but I don't think it's going to work that good against Lucario anyway, so I think Double Kick is a better option. And Hypnosis here gave me a safe switch, that's the reason I used it, so it's not completely useless. When I get a critical hit which speeds up things. Unless this guy has a potion to, or this girl I must say, has a potion to heal Lucario up, but she doesn't, so that's it for that. I hope she doesn't have another Lucario or something annoying as this. Lucario actually gets really high experience. So let's see, she has another Glalie. Well, all those fighting traders must be really paranoid about the flying types. Well, it would be highly thinkable that you have a flying type. There are so many that you could have caught up until this point. From the normal Pidgey to something like really godly as Skarmory. There is also like Chirpinch, Tauclips, the psychic flying types, or Stronthio, the one that I have on my team right now. Well, I'm not going to use it for battles, but he's a basically good Agent Wave. Seriously, why do you have to use Protect? This is not going to save you from anything, especially not the double Protect. Now, I don't understand why those Pokemon someone will give the Pokemon Protect. The only reason you want to use Protect is like to stall for toxic damage or sandstorm damage, which neither of these two is present here. So, and we get TM19. I would think this is Giga Drain, but this game has other numbering systems, so let's see its magnitude. Oh, an okay move. Why do we get two of them anyways? I don't really know. I think this is a good way to stop here. I don't think I'm going to make it to Boulder City anytime soon, and I don't want to make the episode too long. So the next episode we will definitely get to Boulder City and figure out what the grunts of the Dark Organization are doing and so on. And then I hope you'll enjoy this, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye everyone.